Hey, welcome to Wages of Cine's 31 Days of Horror. I'm Stephen Gillum, and today I'm going to be reviewing Frankenstein's Army. Frankenstein's Army came out in 2013 and it was directed by Richard Raforst. Toward the end of World War II, Russian soldiers pushing into eastern Germany stumble across a secret Nazi lab, one that has unearthed and begun experimenting with the journal of one Dr. Victor Frankenstein. The scientists have used the legendary Frankenstein's work to assemble an army of super soldiers stitched together from the body parts of their fallen comrades. A desperate Hitler's last ghastly ploy to escape defeat. Now, this wasn't Richard Raforst's first attempt at making a movie like this. He had a film he had started back in the early 2000s called Worst Case Scenario. He never finished it. The only things you can find now is some trailers on YouTube. But several of the designs of the monsters can be seen in Frankenstein's Army now. Really, that's one of the highlights of the Frankenstein's Army is the monsters. They're pretty awesome. The movie, you have these Russians who think they're gonna go rescue some comrades. They get a distress signal. And they get to this church and they find out that one of their own has tricked them into going there for a secret mission to find Dr. Frankenstein's grandson, who is making super soldiers for Nazi Germany. And going through this movie, the experience is kind of like going through a haunted house. It's just like every turn is something new, something bad happens, a new creature, and it's a found footage, so it kind of puts you in that first person perspective. And at first, I didn't really care for that. I didn't care for the found footage part, but it grew on me. One of the main draws of Frankenstein's Army is definitely Frankenstein's monsters. They range from a variety. There's one that has like a plane for a head, has the propeller on there. You see some remains at the very beginning of there's one who's kind of strapped into some sort of tank mechanism. There's ones with big old claws on their head. One of the favorites he's on the DVD cover is like a mosquito type guy. They're just really cool. And there's these they call them zombots in the movie. That's the best part is what are you gonna see next? What crazy design are you gonna see next that these guys go up against? I personally, I never really cared much for the soldiers. I never felt bad for them. I mean, they stumbled into the same. They're kind of portrayed in the movie as you're not really so sympathetic towards them. They're rough. They're rough guys. And the ones that you kind of do they're taken out early on. So you're just left with a bunch of kind of crude dudes at the end. And definitely the main character, you kind of don't sympathize with him. He kind of gets what you think has coming towards him. But we eventually do meet Frankenstein, and he explains he's the grandson of the Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein, and he's taken the notes of his grandfather, and he's now started developing these soldiers. And his workshop and lab is the crudest place. He's just taking brains and just grabbing them by the hand, slopping them in there to make. He says he's gonna take a German Nazi brain and the communist Russian brain, put them together, and that way they can combine to make, bring some harmony and some balance. But it doesn't work out so well. That guy goes nuts. I think he ends up killing some people. The movie it never really takes itself so seriously. It's a lot of fun. It knows what it is, and there's some comedy. I think just in the zombots alone, some of the designs. There's one that's just like this little pot type droid. He's got these little legs, and just the way he moves around, and there's kind of these mindless things, just doing these repetitive tasks. And there's some comedy in that. Just some of all the violence and gore is so over the top. It's comedic. So the movie definitely knows what it is. I had a lot of fun watching that. So to wrap things up, I'm gonna go and give this movie a rating. I'm gonna give this movie 5 Zombots. It's definitely worth a watch. Check it out. It's on Blu-ray. It's also, I believe it's on Netflix now, and it's just fun. So check it out. And I'm gonna get back to working on these guys, and we'll see you next time.